people harm you. Your reward is in heaven. You never get your reward when you're alive. You never get to see the good things when you're on the planet. Blessed are you when people hate you and speak bad about you. The meek shall inherit the earth. And we already see with our own two eyes, the meek don't inherit shit, right? What is the meek inheriting on this planet right now? But you see, they served you something, and this is why you believe it. So the opposite, this is what the Satanic Bible says. It says, life is the great indulgence, and death is the great abstinence. When you leave here, there's nothing else. There's nothing. And it says, therefore, make the most of life here and now. Live life deliciously. Live life well, right? You're not supposed to be fucking suffering all the time. You're not supposed to be suffering. And dealing with men is suffering. You're not supposed to be suffering. This is what it says. There is no heaven of glory bright or hell where sinners roast. Here and now is our day of torment. Here and now is our day of joy. Pick one. Here and now is our opportunity. Choose ye this day, for this hour. No redeemer liveth. No one is coming to fucking save you. There's no prince on a horse. There's no Prince Charming that's going to come and get you and take all of your problems away. No, there's nothing. There's nothing. And then it says, say to yourself, say unto thine own heart, I am my own redeemer. I'm the only one that could save me. No one is coming to save me. And I told you ladies this before, because no one gives a shit. You have to preserve yourself the way these men do by using you to do it. Men use you to preserve themselves. And then it says, stop the way of them that would persecute you. Let those who devise thine undoing be hurled back to confusion and infamy. Let them be as chaff before the cyclone, and after they have fallen, rejoice in thine own salvation. No one should be able to step to you and win. That's it. No one should be able to fucking destroy you. And dealing with men, you're being destroyed. The statistics are there. The statistics are there. I could see if the statistics weren't there for us to see, but what is it? Black women are unalived. How often? Every hour? You already see what's happening. And you ignoring it is why you are still a victim. And then it says, oh, I can't read that one on TikTok. It kind of says, somebody tries to hurt you, knock their fucking head clear off their shoulders. Defend yourself. It's not saying to do anything violent, but always be safe. Defend yourself. Defend yourself. And then it says, hold on, let me read it for you. Wait, blessed are the strong, for they shall inherit the earth. Cursed are the weak, for they shall inherit the yoke. Blessed are the powerful, for they shall be reverenced amongst men. Cursed are the feeble, for they shall be blotted out. Blessed are the bold. Blessed are the bold, for they shall be masters of the world. Cursed are the righteously humble, for they shall be trodden under cloven hooves. Blessed are the victorious, for victory is their basis of right. Cursed are the vanquished, for they shall be vassals forever. Women are vassals forever for men. I don't know if you know what the word vassals mean, but look it up. Blessed are the iron-handed, for the unfit shall flee before them. Men, like what T said, if you're a weak bitch, this is why men walk all over you. You notice that? Isn't that true? So I think what Gaslight said, you could talk more about it, Gaslight, but I know you and I speak about the Satanic Bible all the time on some. Why didn't black people read this shit in the 1960s? They probably would have been better off than going to church with Martin Luther King.
Well, and this is why this is why white women get favored, because we'll roll. Sorry.
Can we let N7 go first? He's been trying to raise his hand.
Go ahead, N.
I appreciate it, Brooke, but you're okay. I like coming to a live where I can do more listening than talking, because I like learning stuff. But no, what I was thinking, because we were talking about this whole how men don't like women. The way I can only think about it is, imagine a child with a toy when they first get it. They play with it all the time. Then they get bored with it. Okay? Men are like that. We get something, we play with it for a while, then we get bored with it. And then the women, in turn, see that, and they're trying to do what they can to salvage that, to save it, to see if they can change something about it to make it flourish. I call that 50 Shades, because if anyone's ever watched that movie, it looked cute and all, but when you think about it, this dude was following her everywhere she goes, buying buildings for her, buying stuff for her. She didn't ask for any of that, and eventually she just caved in and started to, feel some type of way about him. It's just the weirdest thing. Like, I'm a man. If I like something, I'm gonna take care of it. Like I have electronics and whatnot. I've had for years. I take care of them. So if men actually liked women, we would do everything we can to take care of them.
I agree. I think who wanted to go next?
Yeah, Supreme. I just like to say, that you turned me on to that, and I've been making this just something that I've kind of developed my whole outlook on those tenets, and it's changed my life. I'm telling you honestly, it has. So I just think it's just something that needs to be implemented in this movement, in people's mindsets, or it's just not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, remember we spoke about Jim Jones in Guyana, and we spoke about him and the whole movement that he had. And we said that the majority of the people who followed Jim Jones to Guyana to drink that cyanide, most of them were Black women. More than half of them were Black women. Yeah, right. Black women need to get from under religion because it's doing them a great disservice. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think they're ready to deconstruct from religion. And this is why a part of my West4B is you really can't be on some Jesus shit or some Holy Ghost shit if you want to decenter men. It's not going to work out. To decenter men, you have to investigate why you believe in an imaginary God that doesn't even help you, right? It's delusional at best. But go ahead. Yes, Faina, do you know what happened with Jim Jones? It's a whole. You can look it up on Google. Just type in the Jonestown massacre, and he had about 1,000 people with him from the States, and he took them all to Guyana. The majority of them were Black women. The majority of them were Black women, and they followed him to this island, and he was upset that he got infiltrated for abuse reasons, and he convinced all of them to unalive themselves, and they did. And a lot of them were Black women, and they unalived their children as well. So yeah, you see what Jesus does to the brain? It makes you goofy. It makes you do stupid shit like that.
That's what they got the term "drink the Kool-Aid" for, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because he mixed it into Kool-Aid. He mixed the poison into Kool-Aid and made them drink it. Yeah, and you know that it was Black women because where you get Kool-Aid from? You know it was them who brought the Kool-Aid because. Right. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think Amy was trying to talk as well.
Go ahead, Amy.
Oh no, it was a passing comment. You mentioned something about. Yeah, see, it's kind of gone. I was saying that's why white women get chosen because we're going to roll over. But I forgot what you'd said earlier, so I don't think it fits anymore. Thank you for remembering. I'm sorry.
And then Red had his hand up as well.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna add West, are you familiar with Joseph Campbell?
Mute. Sorry, I am. Yes, I am. Sorry.
Yeah, well,
I was talking on mute.
No worries. I just wanted to add that what you read there from the Satanic Bible is actually what he advocated in his teaching. And he actually, there's a famous interview of him with Bill Moyers where he actually says, he says, the way to save the world is, because they're talking about heroes, right? Mm-hmm. And he says, the way to save the world is not to go out and try and the way to change the world is to vitalize your own life, prioritize your own life. That's the way you save the world. A vitalized life vitalizes is what Joseph Campbell says. So I just wanted to add that.
Yeah, Joseph Campbell is great. That's an old school one too. He's an old school white tea man. But I've heard of him before. I've heard of all of those. Some of the greatest thing, and this is so sad because I wish women had the ability to kind of write and have the time to contribute to scholarship and have the time to contribute to philosophy, because I think for the most part, a lot of women's ideas were stolen and put in print by men. Similar to the whole shit with Albert Einstein and him not really being the smart one, but his wife is. You know what I mean? So it's really sad that when I do speak of great thinkers, and you always wonder who's behind the Joseph Campbell. You know what I mean? And it's always a woman. It's always a girl. And because girls kind of are busy like playing house and raising babies, they really don't get to contribute. So this is why I tell all women, no, you should be making content. You should be writing articles. You should be contributing something, because when they decide to blot you out or when you leave here, at least your daughters will have something to remember you by. So women should be doing all type of comment and writing shit like that. I know that if the live I just came up from,
Let me just find something else out. We don't want y'all. Go rub a tree, honey. Go rub some.
I don't know what's happening here. I'm very confused, but sorry about that. Go ahead, Mr. Cartel. Yeah, we have to have some order, because I don't want my live to get taken down and I get fucking banned and then it's, fuck supreme. No, let's just have some. Double tap the screen. Go ahead, Cartel. When you're finished, then it's Jamie, then it's T Scorpio, and I'm gonna rotate people out. Go ahead, Cartel.
Okay. Listen. Y'all tap the screen and shut a laugh. This is a decent laugh. But listen, ladies, listen. It's just cute what y'all got going on. How long y'all been trying to get away from us? Hasn't it dawned on y'all? Y'all not going nowhere. Right now, y'all just throwing the hissy fit. Y'all throwing the temper tantrum. What is gonna be next? The 5C movement? Why are y'all trying to do things where they doing somewhere else? Come up with y'all own scheme. Y'all really love us. Y'all just upset.
What is a 5C? What is a 5C movement?
I don't know. I just said the 5C for the 4B. You got 4B and then 5C. You got them the letters out the C.
Supreme, I'm gonna say Supreme. Let me just address this real quick. First of all, doodle heads. First of all, doodle face. You don't have the comprehension and the intelligence to sit at the table with us, but you can eat the crumbs off the floor, because that's all you're good for. That's all your intelligence goes for. Now, as far as what you mentioned, what you think that you heard, but you clearly didn't hear. What I said was regarding.
Okay, Scorpio, just go a little slow, please. I don't want to get banned, please. Tap the screen, y'all. Just go.
Notice I didn't curse. I will not curse.
Okay.
I will not curse. I can rip him to shreds without.
I know, but I don't want you to do that. Let's have a civil discussion. No insults. Let's just talk like adults, and let's just
sure.
Right.
The reason why I don't feel that he's had the comprehension to sit at the table with us, because he doesn't understand anything that we say. He likes to listen to what he wants to hear and twist it. Let me tell you what this dude did. This dude heard what I said, little pieces, and brung it together and formed a sentence that he didn't even understand. He think that I said, if you call a woman beautiful, that means it's SA. And I should know about that, because literally, about my background. I was a paralegal. I better know the difference between an act of assault and harassment. I said, if you are at work and you called a woman beautiful, that is grounds to lose your job, because that is considered harassment. That is what I said. You did not hear, because what I was doing was uplifting men how to keep their jobs. That's how I became your enemy. Because I talked about brothers keeping a job. I gave you the legal incentive to how to keep a job. Do not compliment a woman at your job if you want to keep it. That is the conversation you did not hear. There's a difference between SA and S harassment. Calling a woman beautiful is not an act of SA. But calling a woman beautiful at your job is an act of harassment. Yes, it is. You don't know that because you don't have a job. And when you sign your contract, your job contract, you read it, because I was an attorney and I know how to read. I was a paralegal. I know how to read contracts to legality of it. That it says that you do not, under no circumstances, harass any of your fellow co-workers in any type of capacity. You can end up losing your job and have to go to sensitivity training if you call a woman beautiful at your job and she tells you. And she tells her job, and she tells the boss that you make her feel uncomfortable, you could lose your job. Okay. And I was trying to help the man, tell him, don't compliment a woman, dress, her hair, nothing if you want to keep your job. Especially if you're dealing with a white woman. We know how they like to weaponize the system against black men. So your best bet is to keep your mouth shut.
Okay, all right.
That's what I said. You didn't hear that part.
Nobody. T Scorpio, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I hear you now. I hear you.
Jamie Elizabeth, you can go ahead, please.
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, this is how I would like the discussion. If we're gonna be intelligent, then let's present that. We can't be like cursing people out on the live because it's crazy. But go ahead, James. Sorry.
Yeah, so I realize that you, a lot of this is about protecting the vulnerable, correct? There's a lot of violence perpetrated.
Yeah, women and children. Yeah,
I feel you. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm all for it.
man. And then there it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I understand.
absolutely. I think you should do it.
The only thing that I get really concerned over is when a lot of the violence statistics get thrown around. It's just dropped like that. We are victims of the patriarchy. Like we are victims as well.
But would you have been victims of the patriarchy if you didn't transition?
Well, I mean, gender nonconforming people in general are victims.
Okay, but if you didn't transition,
it has nothing to do with that.
I know, but 1 minute, I just want to ask you this question. If you didn't transition into womanhood, would you be a victim of patriarchy because of your gender, because of your biological sex at birth?
It has less to do with that. It has more to do with being.
No, it doesn't. No, because here's the thing. When women in Iran are being unalived because they take their hijab off, everyone over there knows that they're a woman. When women in Korea are assaulted and they're kidnapped or whatever have you, when they take them to brothels, they kind of know that they're women. They know that they're girls because that's just what it is. So I'm asking you in regards to that, if you didn't transition, would you still be a victim of patriarchy?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so then, you would have to work and mobilize with other trans women to get that. I'm going to charge you to it. I want to see a website.
But see, like what I'm trying to get across here is all gender nonconformity. Like it's 18 to 21%.
Okay.
Cis women versus gender nonconforming people in general.
Okay. My focus is cis women. It's me. Okay, so here's the thing. And this is when I say a lot of the times, trans women are very messy. And you ladies do this a lot. Because again, you're trying to center yourself in something where you are not centered. Jamie, no one said anything about trans women and segregation. All I said is that trans women have their own issues and a lot of them do center men. I don't know who centers men and who doesn't. I just made a movement for women who are AFABs who don't want to center men anymore. The thing about this...
Yeah, we have pick-me's just like cis women have pick-me's, the trad
Absolutely.
wives,
Absolutely. So here's the thing, and you can always make your own movement. No one was segregating you. No one, and this is why this is why I have such an issue with trans women, is because it's like you don't want us to speak unless you give us permission to speak. And I can't participate in that. I'm going to speak up for AFAB women come hell or high water because it's their blood in the streets historically. Right. So I have to honor the women before me who were unalived and the children who were unalived because they were women or they were girls. And that's it.
Me, Supreme.
Okay.
I respect you, Jamie, and I think you're wonderful, but I'm looking forward to your website that's dedicated to trans women who want to decenter men. I'm looking forward to the TikTok page. I would like to see a Discord. I would like to see, Excel spreadsheets like we have here at admission form. I would like to see that from you because if you're so concerned about what trans women are going through, then you would mobilize and work towards it like I did. I am a peace activist and I work for women. Okay, I'm going to let you down now, but thank you for coming and please follow me. Okay, take care of you. The next person to speak is Steph.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. I can't be a part of this movement. So I could back you and support you in your movement.
Okay.
But I am married to an amazing man.
Wonderful.
Like a queen. So
wonderful.
So I can back you, but I wanted to bring up the 18 states that do not have any age of consent law for marriage. I think we need to raise hell in those states to get those numbers up.
So how are you mobilizing to do that? That's the same question that I gave Jamie. What are you doing about those 18 states and those states not having a marriage law against children? Have you mobilized? Do you have a website? What are we doing?
I didn't even know about the 4B movement until 2 days ago.
No, about the states with the children, because you know about that statistic. Yeah.
I just looked that up. That's why I brought that up here, because I didn't know that. And if I did know that, I would have done something about it.
Well, you still can. As a married woman, you still can. You can still help out. Yeah.
I 100% agree with you. I definitely want to do that. I think that we need to start, all of us, because this is a woman's issue right now. We need, at least in our states, be bringing this to whoever we can, because the 18 states, that's insane. California is one of them. People in California, if you're in here, you need to start going to your representatives and bringing that up. You need to be working your butts off to get a bill up there to make it 18. These things are important for us, for our children, for our future. This is insane that there is no age of consent in those states.
Yeah. I'm going to charge you as well as another woman. If you're interested in helping women and children, then you should mobilize to do something about that. That's why I created the West4B. I wanted to mobilize women to do something about what they were going through.
Definitely. And I had somebody bring up going live on my page. I can definitely do that.
Thank you so much for that, Steph. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't really go live, but I will definitely start going live for this.
Yes, please. And I'll follow you too. Thank you so much for coming. DJ Cartel, do you have anything else to say, sir?
Some stuff to say before, I'm not here. Listen, look, I do have something else to say. Okay, look, listen, I'm not being messy, but you come on now. Come on, Supreme, come on now, sister. The T women trying to decenter men. I'm not going to go there. I ain't going to go there. You're right. Listen, though, ladies, listen, I'm wishing y'all luck. I wish this movement or whatever works for y'all. Like I say, y'all been trying so long to get for it's getting to the point where we really do own y'all respectfully. Just respectfully. I'm saying respectfully. And
what do you mean? What do you mean? I don't understand. Listen,
like, we got our hand wrapped around y'all brain, right? The right guy know how to, like I say, know how to. We do. This why it just bothers y'all to even hear it. And this why I'm laughing, because at the end of the day, just like I know. That's why y'all trying to make it seem like this movement is so strong. But at the same time, you are accepting the fact that y'all come in low numbers. And even the women in low numbers are still going to be icking on the side. They still gonna be seeing us on the side because we just that magical to the point where y'all will lie to each other. The sisterhood will collapse because of the brotherhood. We are y'all weakness. I'm just keeping it at a buck. Like, we are y'all weakness. And y'all
this is so ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. Scorpio, did you invite him? Because this is actually your fault, man. I'm gonna hold you accountable.
I don't like him. I don't like him. Wait, listen, you sound like a rapist. Why, if we saying we don't want men, you're still sitting here saying how
exactly? It sounds weird.
Us, we know you want us, ladies. You know you want this. That sounds like a rapist. Oh my god,
this is weird. You're being weird.
Can I return? He is weird.
Yes, Tara. Do you know him? Do you know Mr. Cartel?
Do I know him?
No, Tara, I want if Tara knows.
One at a time, sisters. Lack of emotional intelligence. Let your sister speak. It take a man to tell y'all that? One at a time. Go ahead.
So I don't know Carter. I know of him.
I'm typing his number. I'm typing his name in Google right now.
So I just wanted to make a comment though, because and I get what he's doing. He's up here basically saying like men have been using manipulation for a long time in our community, to the detriment of our community, and that's the problem. Because for him, he may feel like it's a flex, but the reality is like this is why our children aren't getting properly educated. This is why those children grow up in the prison system. This is why we are under control of white patriarchy. He's fine with stepping on our necks, but he would not dare do this to a white man. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, oh, I'm powerful. Look at all the power I have in here. But then let that white man come to you. Let him come to you. He will lock you up. He will put you in that cage and you'll stay there until you say you can get out. But you'll come here and say, well, look what we got. You're a fool. And you don't even know the plan for you guys. They building prisons for y'all guys. So you probably end up back there. So if it feel like a flex right now and you get off on that and that's where your insecurity lie, that's fine. But until y'all stand up to the white men who actually cause y'all harm, who cause women in your community harm, and the children to not be protected because you prioritize yourself. And the fact that we have a movement here that is against the system, women had to stand up against the system because men like him only think about that with their penis. And it's disgenerate. Like it's sad, but you mess around, you find out.
Thank you so much. Chill and Zaf, I think that's your name. I'm sorry. We're going to get back down to everybody. Chill, go ahead.
You got good, babe. Good girl.
Chill, go ahead. Or Chili.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna bring you.